Thanks, Ron.
Is there a second? Second by Becky. Any other final discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you.
So
Sadie.
Sure. So Gina, you're clear what you need to do now?
Yep.
Okay, get those signed and back to me, and then we'll proceed with Mr. Bald from there.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, everyone.
Well, thank you.
All right. Which item are you tonight?
I was interested in hearing items.
Item, I'm sorry,
E.
E? Okay. Turn to the clerk.
Oh.
Okay, just want to make sure you didn't have a specific item because I would have floated around a little bit tonight to
Thank
get
you.
you out of here sooner. All right, we're going to move back to item B then at this time. Discussion necessary action to choose a Town of Lisbon website template.
All right, now.
Can you hear us, Bridget?
Yep, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So, can you guys see the slide? It says Town of Lisbon website redesign presentation.
No.
No? Okay. Oh, that's because I didn't select it. Here you go. Sorry about that. There now, can you see it?
Yep.
That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just wanted to put together a quick presentation of what the website currently does, and then kind of show you a few layouts that we had for the pages. So the first goal of the website when we redesigned it was to simplify the experience. And one of the big things that we realized is when people go on the website, you want to be able to see the most recent activities that's been going on. So we did that by having the main area on the homepage be about all the things that are going on, and they can click and read more, you know, if it's something that caught their attention. Second part of the homepage, quick access to links. This is ideally the place where we'd have most common links. So this can change at any time if you guys need, if something's going on and you want people to be able to access a certain link quickly, we can put it right there on the homepage. The next item here is the recent, a calendar of recent events. And the cool thing about this calendar is people can actually select the category of items that they want to view. It's also color coordinated, so people can, you know, kind of visualize the different things going on. For example, like the meetings are in blue, garbage recycling is in dark green. So it's kind of a cool way for people to see what's going on at first glance. Another item that we added onto the site was ADA accessibility. If you guys do go on the website, there is a little widget there at the bottom right-hand corner or left-hand corner of the screen where people with visual impairments can actually kind of modify the website to be able to see things better or navigate through the site better. We're using Accessibility, which is a program that is ADA compliant, makes your website ADA compliant using two different applications, foreground application and a background application. The foreground application, when you navigate on the website, it actually, you can change the font sizes, you can change how big the content is, you can align the fonts differently. So if people have a problem reading smaller font, this will help increase it. There's a lot of cool things. I definitely would recommend you guys check it out and play around with it a little bit. The other thing that it has going on too is a background application. part of being ADA compliant is to be able to go through the website using a keyboard with a screen reader and things of that nature. So a lot of it's putting different descriptions behind different elements of the site. They have an AI technology that actually reads through things and puts a descriptive factor on there. Of course, we can change it up if need be, but it's kind of cool that if it knows it's a link, it'll describe it for you. So that's that was a newer thing that we applied last week to make it ADA compliant. If you guys do have any questions on how it works, or if you want to contact that company directly, their website is accessibe.com, and you can learn a lot of cool things about ADA compliance and how their program works by accessing that website. The last thing that we have here as well on the website that we modified was the user navigation. Your old website had a lot of, the menu took up a huge space and it was kind of hard to read through. So this menu system kind of condenses things down a bit, makes it easier to read through. It categorizes things similar to how the old website does, but instead of having categories underneath titles, you just mouse over it and then you kind of see the submenus going on. So we modified that to make it a little bit easier to navigate through the website. Goal number 2 was more efficient communication between the staff and the people who are reading through the website. The first thing that we did do was modify our mailing lists. So instead of having one big newsletter blast that people receive, regardless of if they're interested in, if they only want to see park committee agendas, but they're also getting, ice skating rink opening and closing notifications, they're more likely to unsubscribe or just put things into junk. So the new system that we have, people can subscribe to different categories. So you can create a mailing list for that category, and any news item that we put on the website will that's categorized correctly, will go off into the news email for that category. So for example, if someone's really interested in road projects, let's say we put an article on the website talking about a particular road that's being under construction, that once that's posted, an automatic email will go out to the people who subscribe to that particular category. So this is something kind of new and kind of fun to play with too. We have different layouts and everything for each of the email alerts that we can play around with and change up if need be. The next item kind of ties back into the user experience, but the scrolling news automatically updates based on the news that we put on the website. So there's no needing to double post there, which makes it easier for you guys to kind of blast things out to everyone. You can easily add forms now onto the website. So if you guys want to go paperless with a different type of form, very easily addable. You guys can add it, or we can also add it for you. So it's just a very easy kind of WYSIWYG type deal. I know Gina's helped us with this as well, but this kind of shows you a example of like just how to build a quick form. And we can definitely, if you guys are interested in learning, we can show you. If not, we're definitely, we can definitely help put these together for you. coming soon and very shortly, auto posting your news items to Facebook, and you can choose what category you want to, so it's not every single news item that's on the website goes to Facebook, but we can choose, if we want to do the town board agendas, putting those on Facebook automatically, stuff like that. So it reduces the need to have multiple people doing kind of the same thing in a different media. So we can do that to Facebook. If there's other social media outlets that you guys want us to post to, we can definitely hook those up as well. And also access to support through OneClick. If you guys have any questions, want any new feature, anything like that, you can always call us or email us at websupport@oneclickwi.com, and we can take a look and help you through the website. So on to the actionable item here is the redesign of the page layouts. So we have 5 different layouts that we can choose from, or if you guys had a different idea, we can always go with that. But here are the ones that we kind of had. They're all kind of different design elements to them. But we also kept in mind that we want the information front and center for the user. So the first layout is our original layout that we have. It looks very similar to the old website's layout. The menu items are on the left side, content is on the right, kind of a box layout with a picture in the background. And we can change this picture as well. We just kept it uniform across all in case you guys, we can always change it if you guys would like something different. Option 2. Oh, is this PowerPoint not full screen for you guys?
No, it's
It
not.
is.
It's a little small.
Oh,
I'm seeing it full screen. It's a setting.
yeah, let me see. Hold on, let me stop sharing and then reshare here. See if there's a setting here. Can you see this? Is it still full screen?
It's full screen for me. I don't know what others see.
It's the same, but
That's okay. We'll make do.
I can send this over to you as well at the end so you guys can go through it. Can you see this link full? Can you see this full screen?
it's the same.
It's a window. Oh, it's the same thing. Hold on. Can you see this full screen? Do you see it's an actual web page?
Yes.
Okay. So this is, here, hold on. Let me see if I can. Okay.
Just give me 1 minute. I'm trying to fix the projector settings on our side. The colors aren't coming through.
Okay.
well.
I think that's in the projector. It's in
Cool.
the, it's in the cable or projector.
Oh, okay.
Some reason, all the way or projector's crapping out.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
We good? Okay. So let's see if I can share this quick link. So this is, can you see this web page here? This is the second option.
Yep.
Do you see the tree, like the purple flowers on a tree back here?
Yes.
Our projector is
Okay.
right now, so everything's yellow. And
Oh. Okay.
did everybody?
Well, this is layout.
Why don't we have the
Hang
Oh,
on.
go ahead.
How come we, we used to have like the trees, green trees and stuff, and now it went to flowers or something?
Those are actually flowers and trees from the Leeds property. We didn't have very many pictures on the old one.
Becky, did you see the template? Not that I don't want to.
And we can always change whatever the background is. I just threw together some examples that we had of existing photography from the town of Lisbon. But we can always change it up. But kind of what the difference between this and the existing site is the titles outside of the box here, the menus on the right-hand side. It's still kind of in like an image in the background, but it's another kind of stylistic option. The example option number 3 is kind of similar, except it has the background image is kind of cut off, so it makes it look, I'd say, a little bit cleaner. Again, content is on the left-hand side, menus on the right. This should be green, but what we've been trying to do is put the content on the left because typically people will read left to right. So we want the important stuff on the left-hand side and then the menu items on the right. So that's another one, and the text here is still outside of the content, but it's got a little bit of a highlight to it. Option 4. So the title is up here. And then the content is here. We don't have like a middle section to break anything up. So similar to the other two, but it's just a little bit more condensed. Option 5 is kind of a non-boxed layout. So you don't have the background image. It looks more like a typical web page. The biggest difference here is though on Chrome, this looks a lot better. But this here, I can pull this up here. We'll definitely have to fix that. But the menu and the logo are kind of, they're in front of the background here, but you can still kind of see through it. And then also the menu along the side has a little bit of a border, or a little bit of a border radius here to kind of add some style to it. And then option 6 is another non-box layout. The difference is the logo and everything behind here is not overlaying the background. This is a little bit more simple but cleaner to read through. And then also the menu on the right, or the right-hand side with a little bit of a border radius here. So a few options here to choose from. Do you guys have any opinions right off the bat on which ones you like the best?
I have a question. Why does it have to put a
Yeah.
center up on top? Or I just saw on 5, it said clerk center. Why do we have to do that up there?
Oh, this is just an example page, but so this would be the title of the page.
So if
Okay,
it's the part that if it was government page,
It'll
it would be
change.
that.
This is just an example.
okay,
Yeah,
so it's not going to be,
necessarily the content that's going to be
Okay.
on there. It's just an
oh,
example.
because I didn't like that. Why is that up there? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I guess myself, personally, I like the trees, just because the town of Lisbon, has some nice trees rather than the flowers, and it doesn't go out of style, because the flowers change from, time of the
Okay.
year to time of the year.
Well, we can change the pictures. We're looking at the template, the font, the menus,
Okay.
how things look as far as bars, text. We're not looking at the background.
Okay,
Right now, that can change anytime.
okay, okay,
So we're looking at
okay.
how it looks.
Yeah, we're kind of, so the biggest differences here are like where the background is. So like we can take this tree picture and put it like here, but it won't be behind all the text. So the biggest differences are where, like how this is all like laid out. Like if you have the background only up at the top, or if you have it going around the whole text here. And then also like if you like the this kind of floating in the middle of the background, or if you'd rather have it just kind of like a typical web page like this.
Is
I
that,
personally,
is that
Oh, go ahead.
five? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tidia.
go ahead, Linda.
Can you go back to 5 once?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So from my perspective, I can just tell you, for me, I find things hard to see when there's a lot in the background. And I think that I'm a traditionalist, and I'm a traditionalist, I think, in websites too. And I prefer for background and imagery to kind of stay at the top. Sometimes be populated in a picture somewhere in a website, but otherwise I think it just becomes too busy. But I am struggling with trying to see the links on the right. To me, that kind of stuff generally stays to the left. And so I'm drawn to the right instead of reading, the substance of the page. So those are my thoughts on it. And I did notice, and I'm wondering why, I was on the actual website while we're here, when I saw some kind of advertising on the bottom, which I wondered why that was on there too. Is that still in the redesign as well, or has that been removed?
Say that again, you're cutting out.
If,
What on the bottom?
Well, it looked like there was some site credits on the bottom of the original site that we had. Will that be removed in this redesign? No, see, it's still down there in the lower.
you mean, yeah, we can remove that. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
Becky, any comments?
The whole page having a picture. You need to have something in the middle.
I would agree.
Me neither.
I couldn't hear that.
Explain about mobile usage and the menus and how that'll show up on phones and tablets, please.
Yeah, so with the layout, so the easiest way to lay this out so it looks the best on the phone would be having it on the right-hand side here. Let me see if I can, I know I can do this on Chrome quick.
What is this,
So-
a responsive design so that it changes completely
Yeah.
when it's on the phone?
Yep, so you'll have the information here and then the menu at the bottom down here. So it does like modify based on what item that you're, or what device that you're using. If I can get this to load correct here. So, so like if I go to like a Pixel 2, I think I just confused my computer, hold on. Okay, so like this would be a cell phone view, and then, let me see, well, and then this would be kind of a desktop view. So it does, you can see it kind of shifts like the menu changes into that, and then the sidebar goes to the bottom. So this would be the, so having it on the right side makes it a little bit easier for us to modify it, but if you guys do want it on the left side, we can do that as well. We would just have to go in there and make a few adjustments on all the pages, but we're going to be doing that anyway, based on what you guys decide with this template.
Well, do we want it on the left or the right side, and which template do you like?
I was gonna ask you, Joe, because I know you're computer person and stuff, I'm not. And I'm used to it with, like, to be on the left-hand side. What makes sense to you?
I like it on the left, but I don't, as far as design goes, yeah, not my strength. I'm a hardware guy, not a software.
I like it on the left, like Tadia, myself. Because that's where my eye goes.
Right,
Yeah,
on the left side.
On the left side and
yes,
Okay.
yes. Isn't that what you said too, Tadia?
Yes, it is. I think we read from left to right. So when you put all the big bold stuff on the right, I think it's hard to see the stuff on the left that you actually want to read for the
Right. I
substance.
like number 5. 5's, you know, too.
Which template did you like to do?
That's fine. 5's fine.
Like 5 is the
I-
template? How close are we on our?
That we just need the template and then we can change the page and pretty much done except for little tweaks that I find, errors, links, uploading things, add more pictures.
One thing I would say is, like on our meeting list, like it shows every single meeting we're gonna have during the year, and then it just adds data.
I'm working on that.
Okay, I prefer not to.
Yeah.
That I don't.
Yeah, we're working on that.
So like it shows every single date, and maybe they're just placeholders right now, but it shows every single date for a meeting, and then it just puts the data in from the meetings you've already had. So you have to search through everything to get to what's there. I prefer just to have the ones listed that were in, but I know it's in process right now, too. I didn't know if that was permanent or just
No, we couldn't change that until we got the template narrowed down, because otherwise they would have had to redo all the committee pages. So we were gonna do that first, and I didn't realize they had to do each page separately. I told her to wait on that.
Okay.
And once we get the template, then that'll come together.
Okay. Any other questions from anyone? No? Anything else, Bridget?
So, yeah, so you guys, so what are we thinking? We want to do the menu on the left side, and then what template do you guys like the best? I heard that you guys like it kind of more without the background behind the text. So that makes either this one
5.
or
5.
this. Oh, you like 5? Okay. Awesome. Okay, so then what I can do, I'll modify template number 5. I'll put the menu on the left side. Gina, I'll send that over to you if you guys just want to review it and give me the go ahead, and we'll go through each one of these pages and make it that template.
Okay.
We don't have to do that tonight then, do we?
No.
And can you take the site credit off so that it looks?
Yeah, I can do that right now.
No.
Okay, thanks.
Just
Eventually.
do it and move
Tomorrow.
forward. So we got a rest of the meeting to do here.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Would you mind turning the lights back on for us? Thank you very much.
Question that I've got for, I guess.
Input for
Okay.
business.
Okay. Have you ever asked, Natasha, that was one of the nice things that you liked about Natasha, who was experienced in doing this?
I got her included in it.
Have you?
Yeah, she's been looking at the site. She was working with Bridget. I was going to have her actually go meet with Bridget at their office, and then COVID hit and the election exploded. And
Because I
we
think
just
she'd
took
be
a back
really
seat.
good at this with her experience. What is that costing us to have them do this?
same as the last website provider, but maybe about $100 less a year. But this website is more customizable than Civic Plus had. Like with the what's new and the notifications, people love that.
Okay.
They can pick exactly what they want instead of every time something's posted on the website, they get an email.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is their company, this is what they do, and Natasha's looked at it, likes the designs. And Natasha doesn't have time to redo our whole website. There's no time for that.
I am noticing that there's a bunch of broken links in our footer currently. So hopefully that gets fixed with this redesign.
All right, any other questions or comments on this one?
Yeah, we'll check that out too. I'll add that to my list here.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
all right. Move on to item 2, discussion and necessary action. I'm sorry,
Do you have a motion?
we need a motion for that?
Okay.
I make a motion, we take number 5. That's it, number 5, as well as move the menu over.
Second? Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Bye.
opposed? Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Bridget. We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Item E, discussion and necessary.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Item E, discussion and necessary action to appoint Gina Gresh as the town clerk effective at a date to be determined by the board. So what has preempted this discussion is we are losing Rick as of the 22nd, I believe this is going to be his last day. And Gina, can you explain the reason why we have to have a full-fledged clerk?
Per the statutes, you have to have a clerk appointed to sign items like the paychecks, accounts payable checks, ordinances, tax, resolutions, and CSMs, which we have a number of them coming up. And we have to make sure that, we're following our own ordinance with check signing and the statutes as well. So since Rick won't be here after the 22nd, we need someone, go back to appointed as the clerk.
So what we could do is, as of the 22nd, we could move Gina back into the old role. We wouldn't be redesigning the position. It wouldn't be like clerk administrator, just going into the clerk. We have an option that has been sent to us as far as hiring an interim administrator, or we could keep Gina in the clerk position and keep the pay modified and keep her in the, if she's willing, in the same role she's doing right now until we do hire an administrator. I guess that's something we'd have to talk about, but we don't have that agendized tonight, so. But at this point, this should be basically reappointing Gina as a clerk as of a date certain, which I would imagine would be May 22nd at this point.
So at this point, we just keep her salary the same?
Well, I guess it would be, we'd have to determine what the role is going to be at that point.
Exactly.
If you're going into the clerk position, and you're just going to be doing the clerk duties,
Well, I
I
can
guess.
still continue doing administrative stuff because a lot of that stuff is kind of slowed down with COVID right now. But as far as the clerk position, June is typically the slowest month. So it's actually, the timing is actually happening. It's timing out well as far as, advertising for an administrator, when that timeline is going to happen. If I get overwhelmed or stressed out, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
So,
Okay.
so that's where we're at here. The next board meeting will have an agenda item to specifically discuss stuff with the new administrator coming up and what we want to do as far as potentially in the interim or not. And we'll see where things are.
Okay, that sounds fine.
Okay.
We make a motion?
Any questions on it, I guess, at this point? Today,
No, I guess
nothing for you?
No, we just need to move forward with it, I guess.
My biggest concern is moving forward. I typically start budget in June or July. And then July, I'm rolling into election season. So I'm trying to avoid doing both at the same time.
Well, that's where it might be
Yeah.
advantageous to bring someone in. Well, and then we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be an expensive option,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yep.
So. Becky, anything? Tadia?
No.
So at this point, is everyone in agreement moving Gina back in the clerk role as the 22nd? For the meantime, we keep the pay the same, depending on if we're gonna move ahead with getting an interim administrator.
I agree.
Becky? Tadia?
Yeah, and I couldn't hear exactly what you said, but are we gonna put discussions about interim administrator back on a subsequent agenda?
Next agenda, we're gonna have that on.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. I would move that we reappoint Gina Gresh to the role of town clerk effective date of May 22nd, 2020. Keep the pay rate the same until we have more discussions at the board level. Is there a second to that?
I'll second.
Seconded by Tadia. Yeah, if there's anything else to discuss, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item F, discussion necessary action to the recommendations from the Plan Commission for the following items. Request from David Gergich for the property located at West 274 North 6710 Lake 5 Road, Lisbon, Wisconsin 53089. Tax key LSPT 0220.998.009 for a conditional use permit for a limited family business, subject to the conditions set forth by the Plan Commission.
All right, we have Rachel Holloway, one of our planners on the line, and she's going to do a screen share as well if she needs to go over the plan commission items.
Is there, Rachel?
Yes, I'm here. Would you like me to screen share? I just have the packet materials that are up right now.
We have those on.
Sure.
paper.
Does anyone have any questions on this? Becky and I have been through this already.
Okay.
I can go through the Gergich conditional use and the Stark one, and I'll let Rachel do the subdivision one. So the David Gergich conditional use permit for a limited family business. He is requesting to operate a driveway seal coating, landscaping and snowplow business with primary residence on Lake 5 Road, not Lake Fire Road. The site's approximately 6 acres in size, and it's zoned A5 mini farm. Limited family businesses are allowed in the A5 district by conditional use permit. The applicant anticipates himself, his son, and one other employee to be working, and the driveway and landscaping operations will generally have seasonal work hours between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. Snowplow operations will generally be off-season, and all mechanical work will be done inside the garage.
I noticed that they're gonna have like, I'm trying to remember, 2 trucks outside parked all the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, one's gonna be in his garage and one's outside the garage, and they're just regular trucks. They're not like DPW dump trucks.
Oh, they're like pickup trucks?
Pickup trucks, yeah.
Okay.
Ford.
What about other equipment out there, paving and stuff?
Nope, it's all in his garage.
All in the garage, okay. Do other neighbors know about this?
Yep, they all got public hearing notices.
Okay, and you went through all of that?
Mhm.
Okay. And the planning commission is okay? Okay.
Actually, it's something that's been operating for a
Mhm.
long time.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
if I'm correct or not.
Okay.
Any questions from you, Tadia?
No, thank you.
Becky? I don't either.
No, me neither.
All right, I'll make the motion to approve the request from David Gergich for the property located at West 274 North 6710 Lake 5 Road for a conditional use permit for a limited family business, subject to the conditions set forth by the Plan Commission. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Tadia. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item 2 is a request for Carl Johnson of Stark Pavement Corporation for the property owned by Land and Stone Products, tax key LSPT 0280.992 and LSPT 0280.999 for a conditional use permit for a major grading permit subject to the conditions set forth by the Plan Commission.
So this request is for Stark Pavement Corporation, and they're proposing to expand their existing aggregate stockpiling area in order to improve the efficiency of their asphalt plant. They need to grade approximately 180,000 square feet of ground area plus associated drainage improvements in order to do so. The property is located at County Highway K, west of the intersection of County Highway F. Plan Commission members requested a berm be installed on the west side, excuse me, on the west side of the parcel to cut down on any noise that may carry with the new area that they'll be using. The applicant stated they can and will do that, but they will be required to come back to Plan Commission again for another conditional use permit for a major grading permit. And was it on that one?
It did pass the Plan Commission, I believe, 6-0.
Okay.
Any questions or comments? Anything, Tadia?
Nope, thanks.
All right, I'll make the motion to approve the request for Carl Johnson of Stark Pavement Corporation for a conditional use permit for a major grading permit, subject to the conditions set forth by the Plan Commission. Is there a second?
I second.
Second by Linda. Any last discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item 3, the request for Newman Developments, Inc. for the following items related to the proposed Hillside Ridge subdivision, text key LSPT 0205.995 and 0208.987. A, preliminary plat subject to the conditions set forth by the Plan Commission and recommendation to Waukesha County the same. And then also the resolution 10-20, resolution to approve the specific development plan for the Hillside Ridge LLC, subject to the conditions set forth by the Plan.
All right, would you like me to review these in brief?
Sure.
Okay, so the plat, as Joe mentioned, this just came through from Plan Commission. Both the plat and the specific development plan were recommended on a 6-0 vote. The preliminary plat, this is for a 79-acre development northeast of Highway 164, west of Hillside Road, and just north of some residential lots and a church on Howard Lane. The plat and SDP were both modified submittals that were approved by the town in fall of 2019. The applicants needed to start over with the project. They had some additional soil testing in the south end that prompted revisions to the plat. And the main change is the removal of a cul-de-sac road in the southwest corner, which removed several lots, and then they added one lot in the southeast corner near Hillside Road. The total number of lots was reduced from 54 to 48 lots. The proposed plat has 48 lots and 7 outlots. And excuse me, I believe this is 6 outlots now. They removed one that was an island within the boulevard. The lots will be accessed as 3 new public streets, extension of Beverly Lane, a new temporary cul-de-sac extending west from Beverly to the edge of the plat, that's Highland Drive, and a new permanent cul-de-sac up in the northeast off of Beverly. And the lots would all be served by well and septic. And the specific development plan is building upon a general development plan that was also approved last year. This is coming back. We have addressed the planner comments and the conditions that were discussed at the Plan Commission meeting. This is a PUD basically that was established, the zoning was established by the GDP last year. So we reviewed the SDP against that ordinance that approved the GDP, making sure that any conditions there were followed, and it has been, it is consistent with that, as well as the town section 33 for a PUD section of the ordinance. And at the request of the Plan Commission, the developer had included an internal trail network and a tot lot or small park to add to neighborhood amenities. I would just reiterate, those are currently proposed as private amenities. And the paved walking trail would be included within the outlots. It winds through the development, also privately owned and maintained. The plat shows the tot lot location is within outlot 1. And I would add a waiver for the Boulevard Island was approved, recommended also by the Plan Commission. This is slightly shorter than what ordinance would require, but they had no problem with that.
All right, any questions? Becky and I had our kick at this already.
Mhm.
Anything from you, Linda?
No, I think, they finally got everything resolved with their water issue. And what's the name of that street over? I'm trying to think.
Howard Lane?
Pardon me? Howard Lane.
Howard Lane.
Those people have nothing, they're satisfied too?
I wouldn't,
They satisfied.
right. I mean, there was several objections brought up during the meeting on certain things. Some of them I don't know if they're addressed 100% to everyone's satisfaction.
But you worked the best you could. Yeah.
Mitch had sent a letter to one of our residents. She had raised some good comments about things, especially the Sherry Howard. As far as the ponds and such,
Yes.
you know, they're there as far as why there wasn't a fence, and you know, as far as the height and elevation. I'm trying to remember everything that was brought up by her. She had some good valid points on things. I have the letter in front of me.
That's okay. So
But I can
you
send it
worked
to you.
all that out then? As best as you could?
I believe so.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
there was some good explanations given. There was questions, you know, why is there not a fence put up around the development? You know,
Mhm.
the explanation to that was you want to be able to see in if somebody gets in there. People are going to climb over a fence to get to something if they want to, and this way you can still see in there and such. But there was a lot. I mean, there was quite of extensive discussions that went on.
Okay, gotcha.
Stormwater was the biggest.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was. You know, there was some discussion about the Payne and Dolan lot that they own, as far as like the town putting a special assessment on that lot or not. We did not move forward with that aspect of it.
And where is that again on here? And I'm sorry, I know it's kind of in the middle.
I was looking at that as well. It's kind of stuck in the middle of everything else is very residential, but it backs up to Outlot 5, right?
Let's see.
All three?
No, I think Outlot 5 is just below it, at least on the,
Look between 33 and 34. Lots 33 and 34 to Dia.
right, that's where I am. Outlot 5 is showing right below it on the picture I'm looking at.
Right between them.
If you go on the colored one, you can see that it's
Yeah.
the white parcel. I mean, there's actually, so what that lot actually does too is it actually severs the trail because there's an access easement that's through there.
Do they know what they're gonna do with that?
Well, they're on the line. We've got Brian and Eric on the line right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, happy to chime in on that. Thank you. And yeah, just to clarify, Payne and Dolan does still own that property, that lot. We will be bringing Highland Drive on the north end of their property right away in phase 1. So they will have access to it, resolving any potential issues there. We've had discussions with them and just to keep it brief, they really prefer to sell the lot and that's at a price that we're not interested in. So we discussed briefly, and I think I used the wrong terminology at the town board meeting of a special assessment. We did ask for it would be a recapture agreement. We're not by any means thinking that would in any way hold up the project. We're very eager about getting this started. We just thought there could be a benefit to the future, to the town and the future owners to help clear some things up and, kind of convince Payne and Dolan to encourage them to try to work with the future residents in the town to help that trail be complete, become members of the HOA, but that is something we can completely discuss offline. And like I said, we're not using that in any way, shape, or form to hold up the project. We also, I think we have addressed most of the neighbors' concerns as well as the engineers' concerns. As Rachel mentioned, the reason we're back here is because late last summer when we were about to get started, it was very wet and just didn't get the right time to go forward. It caused us to reevaluate the project, the feasibility, knowing that the concerns were valid. This is a wet area in the south. Do some additional soil testing, talking to our earthwork contractors and using all the expert advice we can to optimize the project. And that did mean pull some lots out of the southern portion, give up some lots and really, go back to the drawing board with this plan that we think is going to be the best, most efficient layout and a benefit to everybody in the new neighborhood and the surrounding area.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions, Lydia?
No, thank you.
All right,
I do have one question, Joe, if I may, for the applicants.
Yeah.
I know you guys submitted a revised plat and SDP, but thank you for doing that for this meeting. And I've just noticed tonight that Outlot 7, that Boulevard Island, is still showing up as an outlot. But I thought the Plan Commission had recommended that be just part of the right-of-way and not a separate platted lot. Do you recall that?
Yes, we recall that they did want that to be part of the right-of-way, and that is something that we'd be happy to correct on any final plat.
Okay, thank you. I have no concern with that.
All right. Any questions from anyone else?
Mm-mm.
All right, I make the motion then that we approve the preliminary plat subject to the conditions set forth by the Plan Commission and recommendation of Waukesha County the same for the Newman Developments, Inc. on tax keys LSBT 0205.995 and 0208.97 for the Hillside Ridge subdivision. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Tadia.
Sorry, were you saying something, Linda?
Oh, no, that's okay.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Thank
we
you.
have the next one too, is the resolution 10-20, the approval of the specific development plan. Any questions on that one? Anything else on that one, Rachel?
Nope, nothing else.
I'll move that we approve resolution 10-20 and subject to the conditions set forth by the Plan Commission. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Lydia seconds. Any final discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item 11 is adjournment.
I make a
I
motion.
move we adjourn.
Moved by Linda to adjourn. She got it in. Is there a second?
Oh, Linda.
Sorry.
Who wants to second that one?
I'll second.
Seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? We're out at 7:59. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.